Hi, my name is Evan Armstrong. I work for the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank and the Impact and Policy Research Team. And we work on service insights on MealConnect. So, my colleagues, Ashley and Morgan, who you've hopefully met, they also work on service insights on MealConnect with me as well. So, uh, today I'm going to be showing you the difference between the service list and the reservation list that we have in Service Insights. So for most agencies, if you're not set up to do reservations, you won't have this problem at all. You look at the service list and it shows you the service list. But if you are set up to do reservations, the service list will look a little bit differently. So we're starting out on the homepage today. We're going to be picking on Northern Dolphin Food Pantry because they are our food pantry. They're run by CPFC staff, and we like them. So we're picking on them today. But from the homepage here, you can scroll down and you can hover over this little number, and that will show you your service list for today. If you're not a reservation agency, it will just show, X number served. Um, and typically, you click on that, and it goes to this tab that says recently served, and it shows you everybody who has rendered a service today. And you can either cancel those services if there was some sort of issue with them. You can view them if you need to review kind of the details. Or if you need to add a secondary service, so you forgot to do a SNAP application assistance, or you forgot to mark them as getting whatever box they were getting, whatever additional service that you guys do at the pantry. So if you need to add another service in there, you can. Um, but like I said, typically, if you don't use reservations, you'll just see this recently served. But if you do use reservations, you're going to see a couple of different options here. The first of which will be recently served, functions just like anybody else's normal service list. You can export it to Excel. It'll show you everybody who was served, when they were served, the services rendered to them, and then give you the option to view or cancel. So if you accidentally added a duplicate service or you served somebody who wasn't there, you can go in and cancel that, or view to edit and add a secondary service if you forgot, like a SNAP referral or something like that. But then there's this neighbor search tab. And this neighbor search tab is useful if you have reservations because it allows you to come on here and it allows you to add a reservation. So if it's the day of and you get a call from somebody who says, "Hey, actually, I was hoping I could get a reservation for an appointment today to come in and pick up some food." If it's the day of, great, we can hit add new household and reservation there. And that way, even if they don't show up late, if they wind up not showing up later, we haven't added a visit, we've only added a reservation. So your data is still preserved. But if it's someone who's here right now, you can hit add new household and visit, and it'll, without making a reservation, it will just add them as being served for that date. So same functionality as if you go out here on your home screen and you add a new household or visit there. Um, and search and serve them. But if it were, like I said, the only reason to really use this is if it's the day of and you need to make a reservation for someone without serving them, then I would hit this add new household and reservation. Um, and then the final tab here is this event reservations. This is essentially your check-in list. So if you're pretty strict about this, and typically you only get the people who have already scheduled their reservations, then for the most part, you only need to look at this screen during your distribution. But if you have walk-ins, if you do reservations, but about half of your clients show up throughout the day, then you're going to need to get into the neighbor search, the recently served, or back out to the main page. But this event reservations page is just your reservations. So it doesn't include anybody who's walked in or anything like that. And this will just show you people who already have a reservation for that date. So as if let's say this organization only serves once a month, as that month goes by, you get calls from your people and they say, "Hey, I'd like to come in next Tuesday." You can reserve them an event by using the home screen search and serve feature to add a future reservation. But then on the day of, when they show up here, let's say you have 10 appointments, you might just have 10 names here and just have to hit check in as each of them go through. So that essentially checks them in and registers a service for them. But that is, we did want to make a quick distinction just between the recently served list, which is people who have actively been served already at your location, and then this events reservation, which is people who have made reservations but have not already been served or may not have already been served. And you can see that in here. There are some people who have already been served. There's some people whose reservations have been canceled. Um, Various different options here. And this is also where you could edit and cancel your reservations. So if Jackie said, "Hey, I'm not going to make it," you can cancel it. If Jackie said, "Hey, I need another hour," you could hit edit and push that back. Um, so, but these are all kind of this is the way in which this looks different if you are an agency that takes reservations. So hopefully that was useful to you. If, as always, if you have any other questions or comments or need help with anything, feel free to shoot us an email. Our shared inbox is serviceinsights@centralpafoodbank.org. And like I said, that is shared. So Ashley, Morgan, and myself all check that. If you have a question, that is the quickest way to get a response, unless it's urgent, in which case you can use our contact information, which is either in the tablets or on our business cards that we've handed us, to give us a call. Um, but thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have a good day. And that is all from me.